Now, perfect answer there, Mark.
Who would I like to see
Why did
back?
you laugh at me saying it was a perfect answer? It was a perfect answer.
It's just now and again when you're respectful, it doesn't suit you.
Okay, I know it doesn't. We expect it. All right.
Reverence from Murray.
Bristol City for you.
There is no player that walks out of Bristol City that I would like to see back. Judas is, the lot of them. Idiots. I'd like to play for a better club. I'd like to have a better quality of life, earn more money, and get into the international frame. Rubbish, all of them. Idiots. Once you walk out of Bristol, you don't walk back in a hurry, unless obviously visit for an away game.
A bit of a grey area here with Greg Brady. Is it Man City or is it Chelsea?
It's Manchester City.
Okay,
at the end of the day. Really
Man
is.
City at the end of the day.
I feel like an ugly New York Yankees fan if I even say I kind of half pull for Chelsea. I
Yeah.
know how it is, and as you know,
Especially because pull for is not a phrase.
well, and they could yes, I've used it on the show before, and it's earned me minus points. And you should never use the phrase pull through and soap on a rope in the same. Because people assume something untoward's going on in the shower, and they don't think.
It's a weird. This is a weird question for you, really, because if Man City are bringing in loads of players, so it's interesting. Who would you want back out of the rabble that you get rid of? But let's have your answer.
You got to think to some extent, Nicholas Anelka. I mean, it was such a sort of
Controversial.
blah
What's that
period.
sign?
But it was a blah period for Anelka when he was at Man City. People barely remember anything impactful that he did. But look at him now. Picture him with Robinho. Picture him with Sean Wright-Phillips. Picture the offense Mark Hughes would have. He doesn't have that now. He's not getting anything out of Darius Vassell, whether he's healthy or not. So he would need a guy like Anelka up front to pair with Robinho.
I'm giving you all your points back plus because there's so much thought went into that answer, unlike Mark, who just wrote on his sheet when he was looking through the questions, Judas.
Yeah,
I want them
Andy
back.
Cole. I want a proper career. Nice one, Cole.
All right, Greg. Sorry, Tom. Here we go. Your Arsenal.
Oh, me?
Yeah, who would you like
Well,
back?
first of all, I'd like to take issue with Mark Watson, and I think that is an absolute disgrace. To talk about the likes of Brian Tinian in that way shows a fundamental...
He threw a pen at
He's
him.
throwing the pen. What's throwing the pen?
Disrespect.
And it's genuine fighting.
really-
now.
That's just fisticuffs.
I'm really not having that. I mean, but, you know, a fellow
Hold
like
on,
Brian
Tom.
Tinian,
Tom, hold on. I'll give you
the
a
best
hallelujah
left
for
foot in the
physical
Football League
violence.
for the best part of a decade, and you're saying he's a Judas?
I'm not saying he's Judas because
You cast him, you toss him aside.
I am not tossing anyone.
You tossed him.
I did not toss.
You did toss him.
Just because he's a little nearer the end of his career than he is the beginning, you toss him aside and then you call him a Judas.
Nonsense. Well, I did not
I'm
call him
just
a
not
Judas.
having it.
He did not leave us for another club, but he was sacked.
Exactly.
Tinian's not a Judas.
And
'cause he
would
didn't
you
leave-
not have Brian Tinian in his pomp back in Bristol City's team tomorrow?
But I'm not. I didn't call him a Judas. I'm talking about players that have tried to advance their careers by leaving for bigger clubs, like Liam Rossini and people like that.
I just love the fact you threw two pens.
This has all been overshadowed by the pen throwing incident. He comes on here, he says soap on the rope, he throws a pen. What's out of control?
It's always a good show when Rawling and I are the civilized
pen,
ones.
That pen,
I
no,
know.
strictly speaking, that was not me throwing a pen. That was Brian Tinian and all us fellow members of the Brian Tinian Appreciation
I have to
Society.
say, I'm not sure whether to contribute or commentate at this
I love Tinian, but this is a disgrace.
Yeah, you see now
John
you're
and
backtracking.
Greg.
Oh, I love Tinian.
I've been misrepresented.
He is a former Bristol City player. You have tarred them all with the same brush.
I have not tarred them with
described a lot of them as Judases.
No, only
and now
people
you oh no, he's a former player.
This is not over. What? This is not over.
John and Greg are just already working out their defending indefensible at this stage.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that. Oh my goodness.
Winning
Here.
isn't everything.
Who do you want back then at Arsenal?
Who do I want back? Oh, don't. I've peaked now. To be perfectly honest, I'm not being funny, but there have been a few grumbles around the Emirates this season. I would like to see Glenn Helder back at Arsenal.
Hey.
Then 60,000 people would remember just how lucky we are.
I would do the scores, but I'm too embarrassed. Right, Man City were given a drubbing by Nottingham Forest in the Cup. It's great to see a team like that just doing someone over again. This is a romantic side. Anyway, piled the pressure manager.
He's a
Mark
fantastic
Hughes.
left foot, Brian Tinian, you know.
Yeah, he does.
He was a wonderful player.
Shame
what?
on you. I'm going to throw my pen at Mark,
Yeah,
as
go on.
everyone else
Go
has.
on.
There you go.
Everyone hates Watson.
He even stepped into the breach when they were desperate for a manager, and it just
Okay.
just cast aside in search of a cheap gag by someone who's about to go on a national tour, and so he comes on fighting.
I am actually. Yeah.
sensible, isn't it? I would like...
Chickens!
I think all guys around the country would probably join me in raising a glass for that surgeon in the United States whose wife has nipped off to do Rudy's with another. 7 years ago, the guy saved her life by giving her one of his kidneys, and now, as he petitions for divorce, he says, I want the kidney
Yeah,
back
baby!
for $1.5 million.
I hope he gets it. Right, final score of a shameful fight and talk. Tom Watt on 22 points.
Does that mean I win?
Yeah, you win the wooden
Fantastic.
spoon.
You don't even have to do defend the indefensible. I've just won.
Your whole show is defending the indefensible. The indefensible being your life.
You win the consolation prize, this soap and a rope. Mark, you have 33 in the final with 34 and 36 is Greg and John. We've got to do that when we do competitions again. No fight and talk mugs, fight and talk soap and a rope. That would be fantastic.
Yeah.
Right, this is your defend the indefensibles. 20 seconds, no matter what I say, defend them. Not unsurprisingly, it's obviously Rawling and Brady in the final. John, first or second?
Second.
Second. All right, you ready? Ready, Greg?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
For this weekend's big clash between Man United and Chelsea, the FA should appoint Sir Alex Ferguson as referee.
Well, listen, you need an objective mind to look at this and say, I'm going to make the calls. I'm not going to look at red kit, blue kit. I'm simply going to do what's absolutely right. And I think I got this question in 2005 when Tim Howard and Carlo Cudicini was the goaltenders, and I lost defend the indefensible then, and I'm going to lose it today as well. And I'm still short for time.
Great commentary.
Well done, John, but here's your defend the indefensible anyway. Do you know what? It's not over. Brady, it's not over. This could be an unanswerable John Rawling defend the indefensible. Seeing Graham Lasso in spandex and dancing on ice will be the most erotic experience of my life.
Graham Lasso is a man who has always cut it for me. Those clean cut looks, that blonde hair, the way he used to just spring down that left flank for Chelsea, and now seeing him in a leotard pirouetting his way across the ice will be just something else. I never ever miss those ice shows. Reality TV is the way ahead, and Graham Lasso, you are my hero.
Sorry about that, Greg.
Yeah. I wanted that. I wanted to want Graham Lasso.
All right, Joanna Rawling is the winner today, and that's it for another week of Fight Talks. Thank you so much to our panellists today for making it a programme. Our next panel includes Jim White, Eleanor Aldroyd and David Furnish. No, hold on, that's Dougie Anderson. Until 11 a.m. next Saturday, that's Fight Talk.